For him to keep up.
They had me do the hook by itself, but that shit is a tongue twister. I told them. Even when I heard it the first time, before I even knew they wanted me to do the hook by myself like that, I'm like, damn, he's saying this shit fast as fuck.
Who is he, Eminem?
Yeah. And when I told him, he like, bro, I just did like so many takes. I just kept
and
doing
one work.
Yeah, I just kept doing it. So when I went to go do it, like the first time I couldn't do it by myself. Like I had to hear him say it. Like it had to play while I said it.
Because of how aloof and out the way he is, most people won't know that a lot of these artists on GNX are people that Kendrick has already had behind the scenes relationships with. He's quietly tuned into the scene. For example, Wally the Sensei, who's featured on Dodger Blue, is from Kendrick's neighborhood and has known him for years. He appeared in the Family Ties video and is close to Kendrick's best friend J Real and Lil L.
We all come from the same neighborhood. As far as me, Kendrick, L, Jay West.
Lil L manages hitter J3, who's also from Kendrick's neighborhood and appears on the album. Kendrick's close circle plays a major role in discovering this new talent.
I don't speak on it crazy, but like with K-Dot, me and him is really like this type stuff. So it's like, whatever I'm listening to that I think is tight, I normally send it to him. I sent Savi Third music to Dot, you get what I'm saying? So, and he liked Savi, he looked at the story and thought it was authentic, and he brought him out to one of the shows, you get what I'm saying? But that's just normal things that we do, you get what I'm saying? But I sent him all that. I sent him all kind of artists in LA, and he sent me a lot of local artists that a lot of people don't even know he listened to.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying? Like he put me on a lot of niggas out the ghetto.
I'm real cool with Dot's best friend. He like his executive assistant.
Nice.
Shout out J Real.
J Real. I've been J Real. Yeah, shout out to J Real. I've been with J Real for a long time. Like basically like when I first started rapping it. But like when I first dropped my first 2 little mixtapes, he was just showing Kendrick and like, man, I think you should, tap in with this young. Like he hard. Whoa.
There are songs on GNX like Reincarnated, where you possibly came up with the inspiration for a record like that. Like,
first off, shout out to Tupac. That's the number one. That was always one of my favorite records. With records like that, it's always going into my mind of like, what if, right? And crafting out my what if ideas to the masses. So when I think about concepts and I think about what I actually believe and what I feel, I just go through a breakdown as if I'm reading a book, and how I want people to hear this from a book sequence. So my initial process is, okay, how can I open them up to the story? And how can I drive them to the ending point to make them feel truly exactly what I'm trying to convey, whether they take their own perspective from it or they take mine. I just want you to feel it first.
All right, cool.
By insightful people like TGG, GTA 5 on PC is getting a free upgrade on March 4th with features previously only available in the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S versions of GTA Online. This upgrade also includes improved graphic options, faster loading times, and more. As I said here on Twitter, almost 5 years since Expand and Enhance was first announced, and 3 years since released on console, it is finally coming to PC. Hope it was worth the wait. It has been that long, guys. I feel like just yesterday that I was making a video being like, this Expand and Enhance thing sounds so stupid, and everyone was so mad at the PlayStation 5 showcase or whatever. 5 years. And then 3 since console. Like, what took them so long? At least it's a free update. I mean, but all updates to GTA Online are free. I mean, I suppose they could have been like this is a remastered version of GTA 5 or something. As a lot of developers have done garbage remasters of very recent games that they've charged full price for. Although in Rockstar's case, because they have the online component, if they made a separate edition of the game that you had to buy again, that would risk alienating some part of the player base, or needing to split the player base into 2 different servers, some who have the new stuff and some who have the old stuff, which I'm sure they wouldn't want to do. Like, I think if they felt they could sell this as a standalone remaster or something for additional money, they probably would, but I don't think that's in their best interest. The online is getting split? What? I had heard that they were making a new executable for GTA Online and separating it from single player, but I didn't know there was going to be 2 separate GTA Online, so I'm going to read the newswire with you now. Free upgrade for Grand Theft Auto 5 on PC coming March 4th. Includes features previously only available on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. On March 4th, Grand Theft Auto 5 on PC is getting a free upgrade with sought-after features previously only... We've now read this 3 times. Previously only available on the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S versions of GTA Online, including all the latest vehicles and performance upgrades available at How's Special Works, Animal Encounters, and access to purchase a GTA Plus membership, along with improved graphics options, faster loading times, and more. All players who currently own GTA 5 on PC will be able to upgrade this new version for free, with the ability to migrate your story mode and online progress. Yeah, well, it's saying there that you need to migrate your story and online progress, is showcasing it as a different version of the game. That's interesting. I hope the migration works well. Migrating story mode progress. Huh. And it's saying migrate here. Does that mean that you can't keep your progress on both? Maybe that's why it took so long to come to PC. That they were...
This is interesting. But again, this is like so long, man.
Ultimately seeing if they could upgrade the current version of GTA Online. And for some reason they found out that they couldn't, that they needed to make a whole separate new GTA Online to enable these features. I'm not sure why, but that would explain the long delay. New features on PC. Once upgraded, current PC players, along with anyone playing the game for the first time, will have access to a full suite of much requested GTA Online upgrades previously only available on the latest consoles. This is the 4th time you said this, Rockstar. Enjoy a range of new vehicles and upgrades at How's Special Works that push automated performance to new heights, and test your driving skills with premium test rides, How's Special Works races, and How's Special Work time trials. I feel like this is some significant padding because there's not that much new stuff with Expand and Enhance. They just keep repeating the same stuff. Encounter ambient animals all across southern San Andreas and take pictures of them to participate in the daily wildlife photography challenge for new rewards. It's crazy that ambient animals are a significant feature. I think it's cool. It just felt weird that they weren't in online the whole time. PC players can sign up for GTA Plus membership to get special benefits in the upgraded version of GTA Online and beyond. I wonder how many memberships this is going to push. How many people are actually going to sign up? As a content creator, as long as there's something in it, there's no reason for me not to do it, I suppose. But how many of you guys are going to get GTA Plus on PC? Can we make a poll? So the current poll says of the 100 people that have voted, only 3 would get GTA Plus. It's gone up to 5, 7. Some of them could be trolling, but it's okay. The numbers are rolling in, and it's 95% won't get GTA Plus. That's not surprising.
Ain't nobody gonna buy it, that shit.
Movements across all of GTA Online's updates with the career progress feature as you build your empire. So this is gonna be separate from all awards. It's entirely separate though, right? There are in different tabs. So my series getting all the awards in GTA Online will still make sense. So what it's ultimately going to be is I will finish my all awards series and then I'll make a new series being like, if you have all the awards in GTA Online, how much more do you need to do to complete the career progress in GTA Online or something? Is this really necessary with mods available? It's always important to remember, guys, that a lot of people, I even say the majority of people who play on PC have never modded the game, even in single player, and have no idea how. If you say to people, script hook, they go, what? Like, so like, where do I put that? And that's a perfectly reasonable thing, because if you have no experience doing something and you haven't been motivated to do it, like, you won't know anything about it, you know? There are significant knowledge barriers to getting a mod menu in GT Online, and there are some risks involved in that. And it is against the rules, technically, and that will stop some people as well. So as accessible as mod menus seem to us, that's not the case for most people. It only requires a tiny fraction of the player base to use mod menus for it to be felt by the wider player base. I don't think the majority of people in GT Online use mod menus. I don't. Maybe I'm naive, I don't know. Like, where would you put the percentage of GT Online people who use mod menus? Especially now with the greater security, to whatever degree that's effective. Yeah, certainly there's a lot of people like Tallgrass here who uses mod menus but doesn't grief, like uses them for protection or just for own personal satisfaction. They aren't seeking mod menus to ruin other people's time. They're seeking mod menus to enhance their own playtime. Some people saying 2%, some people saying 20%. As in, I think we can all agree it's a minority of players, but only potentially Rockstar has some idea as to what the percentage is. I would put it under 5% easily. But of course, I don't play public lobbies all that much, so my perception may be skewed. That is to say, if there are people looking to enhance their GT Online experience, the majority of them are probably not using mod menus. With that being said, you would assume that the most passionate GT Online players are those who are most likely to be knowledgeable of how to get mod menus and stuff. And it'll be this group of people who is most likely to get a GT Plus membership, that being the most passionate players. Yes, I don't know. I think that they will get some GT Plus memberships, but I don't have enough information on the player base to know like how many potentially they're going to get. It's also possible that this new version of GT Online has even better security, or it might take modders even longer to get mod menus up and running. Maybe that's giving Rockstar a bit too much credit, I'm not sure. Navigate a refreshed landing page as your starting destination to get straight into the action, plus take advantage of an improved introductory flow for newer players with a $4 million windfall to buy properties, vehicles, and other items when you start off as an executive, gunrunner, nightclub owner, or biker in the career builder. I assume this is just the same landing page as the one they have on console, which was not that impressive. This upgraded version of GTA 5 on PC also features all of the recent player experience improvements for GT Online, including kernel-based anti-cheat protections and proactive voice chat moderation to help keep GT Online fun for everyone. Are they repeating the information about how special works again? How many times they repeated this now? How? I don't know. Damn, I should have made that joke. How many times? How are they getting away with this? How Special Works. The upgraded version of GT Online also includes the How Special Works auto shop located inside the LS car meet. Here you'll be able to upgrade select vehicles with best-in-class vehicle upgrades.
This is so fucking ass, bro!
Previously only available on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. What do you mean 5 vehicles? Are there only 5 exclusive vehicles? Surely there was more by now. No? Yep, only 5? Huh. Oh, and there's more now. Newly added vehicles. Coil Cyclone 2, Imponte Arbiter GT, Karen S95, Pegasi Weaponized Ignis, Fister Astron Custom. Newly upgradable vehicles. To take full advantage of the upgraded power in this new version, HAL will tune a selection of premium vehicles for elite driving performance, and you'll be able to push them to their limits with a weekly rotation of HAL Special Works time trials and premium test rides and HAL Special Work races. You said all this already. And so there's a bunch more vehicles. Cool. So these are old vehicles that are now able to be upgraded. Are these the only vehicles that are able to get upgrades from HALs? Like unique upgrades? Huh, I thought there'd be more. If I recall, most of the vehicles were already introduced, so there aren't as many needing to be added to the PC side. Yeah, that makes sense. Are any of these like best in class? Like, I'm gonna play and you'll be like, oh, the new fastest vehicle is the newbie. The weaponized Ignis? Well, at least I have something to buy. Technical enhancements. Depending on hardware support, GT5 players on PC who upgrade will be able to enjoy ray tracing features only available on PC, such as ambient occlusion and global illumination, plus ray trace shadows and reflections first debuted on consoles. I've seen comparisons with this, and it's better, but not that much better, right? In a way, I hope it's not that much better, so that people who watch the content that's still to come out are not going to be like, this is inferior. I want my goddamn ray tracing. And I wonder how many people are going to really be able to take advantage of this. So for those who don't know, Steam does a survey every once in a while to ask people about their systems. And so this is like the average that everyone has. The most interesting is GPU because it's so varied. But like you've got 4% that are on a 1650, you know? But the most used, you know, the 40 series, 30 series, the 20 series here, I mean, you know, it's hard to say. The largest cohort have 6 CPUs. I mean, 6 cores. Why does it say 6 CPUs? I don't know. The ray tracing tech will be a lot more intense than what the consoles have. More than that, obviously it's going to be adapted for the PC player base that has a lot of different hardware. As in, it was probably more easy to optimize this new lighting and stuff for consoles that are all uniform in their hardware. It was probably harder to do it for PC. Again, potentially why it took more time than we expected. So who knows what kind of performance we're going to get with this, basically. I hope it's good. Continuing with the technical enhancements, support for AMD FSRI and FSR3 and NVIDIA DLSS3. Is this the newest version of DLSS? Is it only on the 50 series cards, or only the 50 series cards can take major advantage of it? DLSS 4 is the newest one, right? Yeah, because it would seem weird that they would have just the newest one, considering that they've been working on this for years. It's interesting that by the time they brought this out, it's already out of date, at least to some degree. I wonder what this is going to do for speedrunning. I don't think this is going to limit our ability to access patch 1.27 that came out like 2015 or whatever, because we have our own launcher for it now, as we have for many years. Probably a new speedrun category for this version. Speedrun categories are made when there is some new thing that changes the run fundamentally. So new skills are being tested, new routes need to be developed. It isn't traditionally for visual overhauls, right? I don't think that speedrunning on this newest version is going to be more interesting than speedrunning on the older versions, except it will look better. For me, my biggest interest, I guess, is that I would hope that we could get chaos to work on this latest version, and that I'm sure would be a massive headache. So there's 2 versions of Chaos Mod, and Z Chaos is designed for a particular patch. Chaos Mod is generally more up to date, but even it works better on some patches. And when they were combined together, there happens to be a particular patch, what is it, like 1.60 or something, where they both 99.999% work. And I think if we had to try and get it all to work on this new version, entirely new version, it would be a massive headache. I would still probably pay people who are more knowledgeable than me to try to get it to happen. But especially with Zolika not in the community anymore because of issues they have with some people being quite cruel to them, unfortunately. I'm not sure to what degree that Z Chaos, the Chaos mod that they developed, can even really be accessed. I'm not really sure. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I would love for Chaos mod to be on this new version, and we will work to some degree to get that on that new system if that's possible. What's going to be more interesting is my challenge runs as well. Some of them I like to have on 1.27, and I especially like to have them on 1.27, the speedrunning patch, when I was hoping to get back into speedrunning. But if there's a significant visual difference between this version and the old version, I guess I'll do all my challenge runs on the newest patches from now on, because I care more about the visual appearance than I do the familiarity and potentially practicing a bit more for speedrunning on 1.27. So continuing here, faster loading times using SSD and direct storage on supported devices and configurations. What is direct storage? You seem excited about it. I wasn't going to acknowledge it much. I don't know what that is. Is there really going to be faster loading times? As in, like, I've got an M2 SSD. Is it now going to be even faster? From Pro Roleplay in chat. Direct storage is a Microsoft technology designed to significantly improve game loading times by allowing a PC's graphics card, GPU, to directly access data from the storage device like an NVMe SSD, bypassing the CPU and enabling faster data transfer, essentially making full use of high-speed SSD capabilities in gaming. How do I turn this on? How do I use this? Once again, Rockstar advertises their loading times because you have better hardware? That can't be it though, right? Surely they're suggesting that they've optimized this new version to take better advantage of new storage. Not simply that they're just acknowledging like, hey, you might have a better PC now. They said the same thing for PS5? Yeah, maybe. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. We'll just do some testing. From my understanding, booting up the PS5 version was the fastest method, even faster than PC. So yeah, maybe they have optimized something for loading. It was proven by that guy who changed a bit of code and made it so you could load into GT Online like 30% faster, whatever it ended up being. Was it 70% faster or 30% faster? Regardless, it was a lot faster. Clearly, there was some optimizations that could be made with the code that would improve things, right? Enhanced support for higher resolutions, higher aspect ratios, and higher frame rates. The original game could already go up to 4K, right? Could you do 8K on the original game? Maybe that's what they're saying in regards to high resolution. I should go to the bathroom before we do this actually, but
You're gonna leave me with chat.
yes. Behave.
Yes, we thought the world needs another GTA 6 news outlet. You know, there's not enough nonsense out there, so we are here to be, in all honesty, hopefully a light in the dark in terms of clearing up a lot of misinformation out there, giving honest opinions on stuff.
It's a good tagline form for the podcast. A light in the dark.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I mean, let's be real, there's a lot of rubbish with GTA 6 out there. And us as two of the bigger GTA content creators, hopefully we can clear up, a lot of the misinfo and provide more context to a lot of the stuff that's coming out about this game in the lead up to its release. But also just talk about anything, gaming, Rockstar Games related, as well as just general life stuff I'm sure we'll get into. It's a podcast. We're probably going to talk about a bunch of stuff, but...
A lot of yapping.
A lot of yapping. Replacing your rambles in a weird way.
Hopefully.
While also bringing a bit of a new perspective into it with myself. So hopefully people enjoy it. We're launching this on a new channel. It's going to be the 6-star channel. 6 stars, GTA 6, we're hoping is going to have a 6-star wanted level. Anyway.
Do you think whether or not GTA 6 has a 6-star wanted level really matters? I talked about this once before where ultimately like the stars don't mean anything. It's just another interval of...
Yeah, exactly.
Of the amount of cops, because they could squish the amount of cops and whatever they want.
What the fuck, guys? Guys. I just pressed a random button. What the fuck? Bro, holy shit. What the fuck? Bro, I have a song that has 1 million views apparently. Where? Guys, this is insane. This is actually insane. I don't want to show like the just gonna show this, man. Look at this, guys. Bro, these numbers can't be true, man. What the fuck, guys? What are these numbers? How is my second highest song? Oh, it's actually Ride or Die. What the fuck, guys? That's insane.
With 6 stars into 5 stars if they wanted to. It's just like 6 stars has always just seemed as though like one step beyond, and it'd be a scale higher.
So what is it now? Like 1 star is a few cops. 2 stars is what, just slightly more. At 3 stars you get a helicopter.
And they try and shoot you in 2, because in 1 they try to arrest you.
Okay.
And
in
you
single player anyway.
Do they not arrest you in online at all?
No.
Oh really? That sucks. Because it barely happens in single player anyway. But it's funny, in single player, you can get arrested on any wanted level. It's just so unlikely, because they just shoot you to death whenever they get anywhere close.
So what happens at 4 stars? 3 is the helicopter.
4 is what, like SWAT or whatever, right? And then they like, come down from the helicopters and stuff, don't they?
So what's the difference between 4 and 5 then?
Maybe just more. SWAT vans and stuff, people in chat are saying. 6 stars
SWAT
used to be the
vans.
military. What?
4 is news. Yeah, 6 used to be the military. So if there is a 6-star wanted level, you would assume they would bring that back.
What game was that? GTA 3?
I think almost every GTA. I was under the impression that it was 6 stars, but for GTA
25 million streams, guys. How? 25 million streams, guys. Bro, I can't believe this, man.
5, they change it to 5 stars because 5.
Really?
That's what I always thought.
That would kind of make sense.
So I always assumed they would go back to 6 stars once GTA 6 comes out. It would make
That would make sense. Yeah, so hopefully we'll see that then, just for the bit of the meme. And it would make our name make more sense. It would suck if they stick
well,
with
if
5
it's
stars.
5 stars, this is a bit of a G-up, isn't it? This is no good.
Yeah, yeah.
Might have to rename the podcast.
We'll get on to our contacts at Rockstar and make sure and confirm.
Yeah,
they
all
got
the
those 6
inside
stars.
info that we have, we should be able to, yeah.
So we've got a list of topics that we will be adding to every week and going through, and in some hopefully organized fashion.
There has been a lot of random stuff happening in the GTA space over the past 2 weeks. Like, we have a lot to talk about, honestly.
Yeah. Which will be the goal currently, to cover the last 2 weeks of topics. If people like the show enough, we might do it more frequently than that. But currently, it's
life
bi-weekly.
ain't fair.
So do we want to start with the release date stuff?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Okay, so Take-Two Interactive has reaffirmed.
I ain't give a
Big emphasis on the reaffirmed part for a fall 2025 release date for GTA 6. We've both made videos on it, we've spoke about it, but we can elaborate a bit more on it here, because there's still a lot of people confused as to what the hell that means, which makes sense. There's a lot of company talk in there. It was an earnings call after all. Do you want to give your thoughts on it first?
Honestly,
Every GTA player knows what 5M is, the massive roleplay platform that hosts famous servers like NoPixel, SSB, and District 10. Since its rise
Where's
to
Prodigy,
popularity
man?
in 2020, it has since become
And
one
where's
of
the
most
Japanese
streamed
server,
games
man?
on Twitch.
Huh? Where's the Vietnamese server, man? Those servers are even bigger, man.
Proving its worth to the franchise.
It's
But
not even
while on the
close.
surface, 5M
It's not even close. If I go to Twitch right now, you can see only Japanese people, bro.
has seemed
20,000
incredibly
viewers and shit.
successful. Behind the scenes, it's seen legal battles, shady business deals, rogue employees, leaked files, and ulterior motives from Rockstar that were all exposed in a 100-page document released this week. All of
Wait,
which points to one inevitable fact, that 5M is bound to collapse very, very soon. Inevitable fact, that 5M is bound to collapse very, very soon. This is the unfortunate downfall of 5M, and why this may have been Rockstar's hope all along. It all started back in 2015 with the release of GTA 5 on the PC. 5M would be created by a developer simply known as NT Authority, or NTA for short. While still primitive by today's standards, these 5M servers would garner a small dedicated community of players who saw the vision that NTA had for the platform. And due to the extra growth, NTA would hire members who go by Disguise, LWSS, Gaudy, Thorium, and Tabara, all of which will be referred to as the original developers. Unfortunately, however, as these servers grew more and more popular, 5M would grab the attention of those NTA feared the most, Take-Two Interactive. Take-Two, the publishers behind Grand Theft Auto, quickly took notice of 5M's success, and in 2017, Take-Two would not only send private investigators to NTA's house, but they also took legal action against NTA and banned them from ever modding on one of Take-Two's IPs ever again. Defeated, NTA had no choice but to abandon the project. But after seeing the 5M community attempt to revive what was taken away from them, NTA would start working on 5M once again, instead under a secret alias. This would go on for the next 3 years as NTA worked with a small team of about 20 contractors to improve 5M and turn it into what we know it as today. Around this same time in 2020, NTA would reluctantly hire 5 developers to help with 5M, who would eventually become the antagonist of this story. A collective.
You know how many people were like, there was so much drama, man.
Of members.
You know how many times I've heard that, like, oh, the 5M devs are gonna, you know, stop the servers and this and that and the third, right? It never happened. It never happened.
Known as Groot Gang. Groot Gang consisted of 5 different members: Groot, Thurs, Nemoa, Zin, and Kane. Although they had been hired to work on the project alongside the existing staff, Groot Gang allegedly did very little to contribute from the start, and management of the group was poor. But overall, work was still being completed by the original core group of developers, and things at this point were starting to look up as 5M became extremely successful in this year. However, despite Groot Gang not doing much to advance the project, Groot Gang had dangerous plans for 5M, and one that would ultimately lead it to its downfall today. After stealing internal data from the back end of 5M, Groot went behind NTA's back and secretly held meetings with Rockstar talking about a possible acquisition. Remember, at this point, NTA is still legally barred from working on any Take-Two IP in any capacity, so Groot getting into talks with Rockstar about acquiring the company puts NTA into a very tricky position. While obviously hesitant about the idea, NTA eventually went along with the plans, and in August of 2023, Rockstar had officially acquired 5M for $20 million. Now, you may be asking yourself, why would Rockstar want to buy the company that they spent years trying to take down, and even went as far as to hire private investigators as a scare tactic to have it removed? And you will see exactly why in a little bit. But while on the surface this seemed like a win for the modding community, internally, everything went wrong. As it was detailed in the document released this week, the first month of the acquisition was a complete disaster. Groot Gang had reported NTA to Rockstar in an attempt to shut them down, management from Rockstar was non-existent, work was barely getting done and was never on time, and this would all cultivate to NTA, the mind behind 5M, being suspended from the company after just 3 weeks. On top of this, the 5M team was now under the supervision of a director at Rockstar named Ethan Hirsch, and this director would do very little to solve the internal problems the company was facing. With NTA now out—
People don't understand, like, Rockstar does not care about 5M. In terms of, like, because they didn't make it. I mean, they made the game, obviously, but they didn't make it. They're not fixing it. They are not doing nothing. And it keeps it alive, you know? It keeps it relevant. So if you look at that from that side, they don't care, man. They never cared.
Out of the company and morale at an all-time low, Groot Gang sees this as an opportunity to cement themselves as the senior management of 5M, calling themselves the, and I quote, visionaries behind 5M, and taking credit for the work other developers has done, causing a further rift between Groot Gang and the original developers. And if it can't get any worse, Ethan sides with Groot Gang for all of this. However, NTA couldn't just sit back and watch as Groot Gang tries to take over the project that they had worked on for years. So, as a sign of good faith, NTA proposed to pay 3 of the Groot Gang members a large portion of the money NTA had acquired a part of the acquisition, totaling over 6 million euros. NTA, regretting this decision, would then get sued by Groot in order to keep the funds he didn't deserve. However, the lawsuit was dropped after it was alleged that Groot had been secretly embezzling money from 5M for some years, and he knew that he would have to show his bank records as part of the legal case, so Groot sent back the extra portion of the money that NTA had sent. This situation would get NTA back into the company for a little bit, only for Groot Gang to ignore NTA even more than before. Now down an extra 3 million euros and further away from the team than ever, NTA would once again be suspended after some complaints from Groot Gang members, and be officially suspended from the 5M team permanently. Now, after the doc was posted, it has been alleged that NTA wasn't fired for no reason at all. NTA has apparently done some unsavory things in the past to warrant this termination, but because no evidence has been shown as of yet, I will simply leave it at that. Now, with work on the project coming to an almost halt at this point, Ethan Hirsch decides to enlist the help of another server-based platform called Alt-V in a last-ditch effort to get things back on track, but it would instead have the complete opposite effect. I'm sure a lot of you by now are aware of the December 2023 leak where the GTA 5 source code was posted online and exposed a bunch of unreleased content that we never got for GTA 5. Well, it turns out that the culprit of this leak was a rogue employee, a part of Alt-V. I shit you not, while the Alt-V team was in—
Bro, what the fuck is wrong with my internet, man? Oh no, my internet is fucked again, man.
In talks with Rockstar about joining 5M, they were also in the process of pooling their money together so they could purchase the GTA 5 source code. They would eventually acquire it for $7,000, and one of the members would post the leak on Discord to one of his buddies, along with the password the members needed to
Bro, I'm about to end the stream, guys.
access it, which is how the world got their hands on it. Unaware to Rockstar at the time of who actually leaked this info, a member of the original developers named Disguise knows exactly who did it, but decides not to say who it was. Because
also, these guys are Russian, right? So it's like, also my internet is dying. I don't know what's happening. I might have to restart my PC.
because of this, an obvious conflict arises between the original developers and the new Alt-V staff. So, Alt-V decides to team up with Groot Gang against them, and again, Ethan backs Groot Gang in this situation. This causes extreme suspicion with the original developers that Ethan, now a senior director at Rockstar, is secretly trying his best to dismantle 5M in its entirety, and what the team found out a few months later, it seems they may have been correct.
Yeah, it's because you have to think about this, right? So they see it makes a lot of money. They never cared. But now when GTA 6 comes around, they're gonna make it part of, you know, of the game itself, you know? So that's why they will make all the money. That's why they're gonna do all this file. They're gonna do like subscription things and shit too, man, which is fucking insane, bro. I can't believe that shit. I don't know if I'm gonna pay that shit, bro. You know? Gonna be honest. I don't know. We have to see. We'll wait and see.
Leaked documents from Rockstar had detailed the beginning of a new project the company had been working on called Project Rome, or otherwise known as Rockstar's online modding engine. The goal is for Rockstar to essentially create their own platform similar to the likes of Fortnite Creative and Roblox, with its eventual use most likely to come with the launch of GTA 6 on PC. The original members suspected this to be a complete replacement for 5M in the future, and this caused even more turmoil between 5M and Rockstar. Everything the team had seen now points to the fact that 5M will no longer be available within the coming years with the introduction of Project Rome, and it seems most likely that even the big servers have begun to abandon ship. After the acquisition in 2020, the big servers have begun to abandon ship. After the acquisition in 2024, Rockstar had announced new terms of service requirements for all servers, banning them from using real-world cars and assets in their server. Next, an owner of a successful server called RSM Project claimed that some servers were being targeted more than others and accused Rockstar of special treatment when it comes to these changes, and he may know exactly why that is. It has been alleged already that some of the biggest servers on 5M like NoPixel and Complexo have been in talks with Rockstar to help them with Project Rome in exchange for allowing them to keep their server the way it is. Rockstar has been seen doing livestream events with the Complexo server, where the stream openly shows the server violating Rockstar's new TOS by having real cars and assets. With the favoritism being shown and the discovery of Project Rome itself.
That's also because I'm pretty sure in GTA 6 they're gonna have all that shit. They're gonna have Mercedes and you know what I'm saying?
Arguments broke out between Ethan and the team, ultimately leading to one of the longest
Bro, my internet is fucked.
lasting developers
I'm gonna restart my PC real quick because this is insane. Be right back, man.